Boom, how's going? How's going? Welcome. It is I again, your boy TJ. And like any other day, we bring you another guest who is doing business. And this guy here that we've got today, his name is Vuyisile. And Vuyisile, welcome to Step Up. And good to having you around, brother. How's it going?
I'm doing very well, man. I'm excited to be here and thank you for having me.
Okay, cool. So who is Vuyisile? Where are you from? What do you do?
All right. Basically, my name is Lucy Lasso. As you said, I'm from a small town called Kangala, just next to Broome Street, the east side of Pretoria. I was born in Sebuso, a rural place in Guandebele, and I moved to Nkanga around 96. That's where I grew up. And from there on, I attended school there. I went on to do my civil engineering in college in Pretoria, where I literally just, but I had this thing about me. I always wanted to do business. So went to school, I went to tertiary, but I couldn't finish because of lack of funds. Like this is a story of many, black, I would say people, growing up without much, raised by a single parent. So actually, when I was in school, I decided to, I want to do this business thing, but I didn't know how to. I was just all over the place. But yeah, finally, I just had the guts to, pursue business, and yeah, that's how it all started. And from there on, I started pursuing business up until to this day.
Okay, you speak of one parent. Which one of your parents raised you up? Is it the mom or is it the dad?
Yeah, it's actually my mom. My mom is the one who raised me up, but she passed away. May her soul rest in peace, unfortunately. But yeah, from there on, when in that kind of circumstance, you get to be raised by, relatives and all of that. So that was basically my story, moving from one relative next and all of that. But yeah, that's basically what, who raised me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, growing up, that's who you are. We can't take away from that. That's your background. But I always say to people, let not your background define who you are, define what you want to do. And basically, that's what you're doing. So take me back to the point when you ever earned your own money. When was that, and what were you doing? I hope it was legal.
Definitely legal. So it's a very interesting story. So, I know it's controversial, but this thing called Forex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I was one of the people who tried it. It's not what I'm doing now. I'm not advising people to do it unless they want to do it. I'm not even in the business of Forex. But basically, that's when I made my first money. When I in fact used my school fees to fund my account, and I started practicing. I lost many accounts. That first account, I lost it. Right, I lost the money. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't know in fact, I didn't know what I was doing. So I lost all the money. But I kept on practicing, and I made a little bit of money out of that. And from there on, I went on to partnering with some of the great, reliable brokers that I partnered with, and not these sketchy ones that they come and they are gone tomorrow with your money. So I got lucky by partnering with one of the brokers, and yeah, that's when actually started making my own money. And basically, that was the first a time that I would say it was critical for me as a business owner to make something out of what you're doing. And I actually quit school from there. I just left school afterwards and started doing
so you left school for forex trading?
I believe you not, I left school for Forex. It's not something that I advise. But I actually left school for Forex. It's a
Wow.
look, one of the best decisions that I think I've made, because what it did, it let you know, when they say an entrepreneur is someone who, would fall on a cliff, right, and build wings while falling, right?
Right.
And so that's basically what I did. I had no parachute. There was no any other way. I had to make it. So it may changed how I think. So I knew that this has to be something that works, because if it doesn't work, I don't have any other fallback. I left school, so this has to work. So it kind
Right.
of changed how I think, and I started now, educating myself, in the, not only just in forex, but also in everything that has to do with business, financial education, which is an education which I believe is what we all, as human beings, we need to have, which is financial education, financial literacy, one of the most powerful education that I believe many people we need to have. We need to be financially educated. And so, yeah, that moment changed how I think.
How old were you when you did it?
Yeah, it was 2015. Yeah, it was 2015. So I was around 23, 22. I was 22,
Wow.
in fact. Yeah, I was 22. So yeah, that's how old I was. But
Okay.
I left. Yeah, I left that business. I'm just doing something different now.
Okay. So your first business ever was forex, and you went on to do that. But now, the business that you're doing now, right? What do you do? What does that business do? Yeah.
Okay, so this is how it starts, right? So I've been reading a lot of books, books like Robert Kiyosaki books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, The
Yeah.
Richest Man in Babylon, Outliers, all of those books, Think and Grow Rich. So what I realize is that with entrepreneurs, in fact, with people in general, right? People have there's and living now in the information age, there's so much information that is out there, but and people have access to information, but what they lack is wisdom, right? And wisdom
Okay.
is just simply knowing what not to do. That is wisdom. Knowledge is there. Knowledge, they will show you what is there, what exists, right? But it's hard to find uh, what not to do, and what mistakes to avoid, and that takes wisdom. It takes someone who has been through that road and who's going to show you how to do it correctly, right? So that would be a mentor. That would be a mentor, a coach, like coaches like yourself, right? So I then decided, why not I create a space where people like yourself, like who are coaches, who have experience, who've got skin in the game. How about I put them in one room, in the form of, let's say, room virtually, right? Through my website, whereby people would come in, and people like you would host events. Like when you have got an event, you've got a seminar, you've got a workshop, people can find you there. A place whereby people can come in and they can learn from people who've got skin in the game. So basically, that's what I'm doing now. We've also offering some of the programs. We are actually going to be launching them soon. Entrepreneurship programs, sales programs, marketing programs for entrepreneurs, right? Because it's also something that I have been pursuing. I have been learning and mastering, and I could say I'm fairly skilled in the sales and marketing space. So why not teach also entrepreneurs how to market their business online, digital marketing, how they can sell close deals, because at the end of the day, it's about making deals. Yes, we are in the business for the purpose of it, for making a difference, but we need to make a living. And for us to grow our businesses, we need money. So we are trying to also incorporate those programs
Okay.
our business, into what we do. But yeah, one of the biggest things that we want to achieve is to have people like yourself get into property. There's a lot of information out there, but they don't have access to people like yourself. So trying to connect people with people like yourself.
Okay. So basically what you've done, you've gone out there and you are sourcing for people that are doing the business, and you're creating a platform where then ordinary people can then come in and learn or have access to people like me. And I specialize in a particular area, or maybe in a number of areas. So let's say if I was a guitarist, I would come onto your platform and say, hey, I know how to teach you how to play a guitar because I've been playing a guitar for the last 10 years. But by the way, I also play drums. So I'm an expert in drums, I'm an expert in guitar. And those that are wanting to learn will come through and then they can learn the skills from me. Is that what the business is all about?
Yes, correct. There's other platforms that do something similar to ours, but what we didn't want to do is we didn't want to be the next Udemy. What we wanted to do is, we are right now we are more in a space whereby events are one of the things that people are drawn into. Like, people want to hear you speak before they can take out their money. People want to hear you present to them before they can take out their money, right? So events are one of the biggest things that people are after now. They want to go to workshops, they want to go to free seminars, present to them, tell them what you're doing and how you can help them. But before they can take out their money, that's what they want to hear. They want to hear presentations, they want to hear true stories, they want to hear testimonials of your own life before they can take out their money. So what we decided was, why not have those events posted in our website, whereby if someone is looking to attend an event, he wants to learn about property, how about we have those events listed in our platform. People can just go to our platform and they find your event there, they book your event, and they come and attend your event and listen to your presentation, listen to your free classes or paid classes, whatever. But the important thing is, let them attend your event. Also, what we realize is, people want information, but they don't know how to get it or where to get it. Sometimes we've got a free Saturday, we've got a free Sunday. You don't know what to do with that Sunday. Why not go to a seminar? Why not go to a workshop? Why not do something productive, something that would which make you productive in whatever, that get you closer to your dreams, get you closer to your goals. So do something productive. That's also what we are advocating for. So find events, attend those events, and learn, educate yourself.
Right. So Vuyisile, I mean, this type of business that you're doing, it's not a business that one can go to school and learn. It's not like being a doctor where you need to go to school and learn, and the path is kind of like carved out for you. You are doing something that, I don't know, where did you get the idea of doing this? Did you see it some way? I want to understand that first, because a lot of entrepreneurs out there, or wannabe entrepreneurs, they get stuck in terms of, they've got these ideas. They can't be a doctor because obviously they didn't go to school to be a doctor, but now they want to make business, but they don't know where to start from. And here you are, you have something unconventional, because this is not an everyday thing, right? That you thought about, and you have implemented it now and it's working. But how did you come to think about that idea? How where did it come from?
Okay, so basically it's a personal story whereby I experienced it firsthand, right? Where I was in business, there was a business that I was in. It was I was trying to do debt collection, right? But what I lacked, there was information, but what I lacked was a mentor, which is a critical element to my success. I couldn't find a mentor. So I thought about it and I was like, but what if there was a platform where you could access and find mentors? Right? So I
want to touch on that, because a lot of people start businesses and they're not solving a problem, right? And you identified a problem in yourself, and you kind of like say to yourself, if this can work for me, or if this has worked for me, how many other people are out there are being faced with a similar problem? There could be plenty.
Correct.
So there's a gap. and now you've built a business around that. And that's the foundation of building a business, right? You gotta solve a problem. So I really like that your business solves the problem. And I want to speak to this now. So how do you make money? Because if you're bringing a guy like me onto your platform, and
Correct.
I don't know, I'm going to charge, let's say, 20,000 rand, okay, or whatever the fee is, for me to come there and maybe train a person. So that's my fee. I'm going to charge for that. But you have built the infrastructure. You have brought in all of these people there. How do you make money? Or a business like yours, how does it make money? Because you're in it for money, right? Than helping people identify their mentors and things like that. There's a gratification that will come through to it and a self-good around it. Say, hey, you've been successful because of my platform, but that doesn't feed the kids at home, does it?
Correct. So basically what we do, we've got 3 types of partnerships, right? The first partnership is when you are just coming in as a partner like yourself. You are a mentor. Just come to our platform and say, guys, I just want you to market my events. And we will do all the marketing for the events and we will fill your events up, right? We will get those bookings. But remember now, okay, the second one, before I go to, I finished the first one. The second one, the second partnership, it's where you say, okay, there's a set fee between me and you as partners. We don't want users to pay. We don't want, if they're paying, they can be paying for your own event that you be charging for your event. That's your choice as a host. But we want them to access information for free, right? Which is what we want to achieve. But who we charge is we charge the host, right? We make partnerships with you as a host, as a mentor, and we don't charge a big fee, just a small fee, just for us to, survive and push the business, right? And we charge a very small fee. That's a second partnership whereby there's a certain, it comes with certain benefits, right? You can post events, right? And we can also market your offers. We've got an email list, a huge email list. So people are using our platform almost on a daily basis, right? They're booking events. We've got also books where we can publish your books. If you've got like ebooks or you're selling books, we can market your ebooks and publish your ebooks to our email list, right? Whereby whether you're charging for the books, it's up to you. But we will send that notification to our email list and tell them that you've got a book and how they can get hold of the book, right? And the third one is an open partnership, which is our premium partnership. An open partnership, this is where we sit down, you and I as a host and us as Devka. And what we do is we structure how we can best help you. So that one is an open partnership where you tell us what you need and how you would need to best partner with us, and we'll come up with a partnership. That one is, much more premium sort of partnership. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I really like that. So your business is a double sword business where you're making money, from the people that are your customers, but you're also bringing in the host, and then the host is also another customer. So it's a big premium customer, but that's actually your product, right? So that's I am a product, right?
Yeah.
And the audience then becomes the customers. Is that correct?
Basically, look at Facebook. Who have you ever paid your Facebook subscription?
No, sir, I haven't. Not yet.
You've never, right? But how are they making money? So we thought of it like that. In order for us to push this information and to push this business, we realized that people have to use it for free. People have to access our platform for free, right? The only people who want to pay is the people who are gaining financially.
Right.
And people who are gaining financially, it's the host, it's our partners. Those are the ones that are gaining, financially. So that's what we looked at. So we want people to use, our platform for free. But the person who pay, it's just only the people who gain financially. And also we are not too much heavy on money. We are more on the impact, but of course money keeps the lights on.
I like that. So your business is platform based. It's like a Udemy. It's like a Facebook where people can gather, and then thereafter, you can then partner up with whoever is bringing in a product. Now, if I were to give you 2 minutes of fame and to say, Vuyisile, just promote your platform to anyone else who is wanting to be on your platform. Yeah, how would you do it?
Okay, it's pretty much simple. So we are in a world whereby you need to live, you need to survive, right? And the only way to survive is that you need an income coming in. Without income, you won't survive. So that income comes with skill. It comes with skill. Skill comes with learning, right? But say you've got the skill, you have the information. You're starting to implement that information, but you're making mistakes. It's taking you much more longer than you wanted to. What is the next step? Find someone who has done it. And you can find that someone on our platform.
All right.
For free.
Cool.
We don't charge anything. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I really like that. So now that we understand you're a businessman, and who you are and what you do and how you make money, do you think that anyone can do this business?
I believe anyone can do the business, because what I basically did, I don't have much knowledge and skills in terms of creating websites and all of it. So I actually hired another company to do it for me, and I just paid them to do the job. The only thing that I do is I just make sure that our it's just running smoothly. Our processes are running smoothly, and since we are now going to be launching our own programs, whereby they are literally just about marketing and sales, getting entrepreneurs to learn marketing and sales, and
right.
they will be paying for those services. We're also not charging much on them, but it's just so that we can, you've got your business, you've got your mentor, but you also need some critical skills. Your mentor can teach you everything, so you need some critical skills whereby you know how to sell, you know how to close, you know how to market, how to get yourself out there. So those are the programs that we also be offering.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
It's practical, just yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Well done on your business, by the way. I think a lot of people start businesses and fail. I failed in a couple of businesses, and now you're doing this. Now, how do you balance the work itself and general life, or should I say family life? Or if there is a thing like that, someone says to me, TJ, there is no thing that's going to balance. I just do life, man. So for you, how do you balance this? Because it sounds like you are out there in events. So I could be having an event, potentially you need to come. My wife could be having an event. John could be having an event. So I understand how events can consume you in terms of, running it and getting tired, making sure everything is working. When people come to an event, they just think, oh, this looks pretty. But there's lots of work that has gone into that. But you have now taken it over as a business. So you could be running maybe 3 or 4 events in a weekend or in a week. But how do you balance there your time versus, the business time?
Well, that's quite a very difficult thing to do, especially when you are starting a business. A startup, it takes much more time, more of your time than anything else. So I try to balance, but it's one thing that is difficult. So what I would do, because I've got a son, but my son doesn't live with me. So I would normally make time to visit him whenever I can, normally on weekends, but it's quite a difficult thing to balance the two, but it takes much more of your time. Whenever I come home, I'm home. And, I know I've one of the most critical things to do is when you are home and you want to switch off your phone and just want to spend time with your family. When you're starting a business, you have that thing. What if a potential client would call me right now? because you're still starting the business, you still need those clients. So you're always after, the next client that's coming, the next client that's coming. So it's quite a difficult thing to do. But I believe as time goes, the more I have systems into place, I'll have much more time to myself and my family. But for now, it's quite difficult and challenging to balance the two.
Yeah. So you speak about the business as in your business now, you speak about time as a hindrance to your business, just being able to balance it. But what are some of the other challenges that you've faced in your business that you can say, well, TJ, this has been like a huge stumbling block for me. If I had X or if I had this, I'll be like a full speed.
Okay. So one of the most challenging things is, gaining credibility in the business space. What I mean by that is this, people are much more familiar and they'll trust what they know, right? And that's why we do marketing. We're trying to get ourselves out there. But that's quite a difficult thing to do, for people to have that credibility and they would, trust the platform and all of that. But something that we are working into, people are starting to, get used to it, right? But if there's one thing that if we would need, I think this is a much more time needing business. So it's a matter of time. And in time, gradually we will get there, but it will take time, right? We just have to, move in swiftly and just keep consistent, doing this thing consistently. But yeah, one of the things that we really are struggling with is to gain that credibility, because when you compare us with Udemy or any other big platform, it's easy to choose Udemy, but yeah, that's it. It will take time. But as far as anything else, I think we are doing okay as far as some other things.
Sure. What are some of the other courses or what subjects do you teach on your platform that people can go and learn maybe today? And also in the future, what are you expecting in the near future, that is, what are you expecting to also to put in there? So as a person today, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, I think I've got a free Sunday or a free Saturday. I want to start learning. So now there's your platform that is available. Whether I am going to sell my courses, someone else might decide not to sell their courses. But the bottom line is that you've got a platform that allows people to come in and join for free. In your view, what products do you have now? What products do you have in the next near future?
Okay, so basically right now we are doing partnerships with hosts, with mentors, coaches, and also opportunity providers, right? We're also trying to get your NYDAs to come into the picture, to help these entrepreneurs. So basically, when you go to our platform, there's what we call an inner circle community. It's also free to join the platform, whereby you can tell us what help you need. When you go to our contact page, our sign up page, form, there's a feature there that asks you as an entrepreneur, what is it that you need? Do you need funding? Do you need marketing? Do you need how do you want to grow your business? What is it that you need? And what we will do is we will keep that information so that when there's help coming in your way, or that there's help that we can get you, we will connect you with the help. And that's mainly one of the things. And when they go to our platform on events, it's just mainly you as yourself. Say you've got a seminar coming up or workshop, you just sign up and tell us the date, and we just publish your event. We also market your event to our email list, and they will go there and find an event on it, looking at the date at which they'll be free on, and they'll book that event. The programs that we are having coming up is of course, as I mentioned, the sales accelerator program, whereby we are helping them with selling and anything that has to do with sales. We also have a program that we call the perfect marketing system, right? A system set which an entrepreneur can just learn, plug, and play, and they'll just watch their business grow in numbers, whether it's social media, whether it's or one-on-one or live marketing. We also have a program that we call the Top 10 Entrepreneurs Program. The Top 10 Entrepreneurs Program, we only take 10 entrepreneurs in a year. We're only going to help that 10 entrepreneurs in a year. But that top 10 entrepreneur, that's going to be your sort of like intimate program, whereby we sit down with entrepreneurs. We have number of meetings with entrepreneurs, trying to help them grow the sales side and the marketing side of their business. But we only take 10 a year. So yeah,
okay.
that's what we do in the program that we have soon enough. Probably by this week we'll be launching all of them.
Okay, cool. So you're in business now. What do you like about business, and what don't you like? So what do you enjoy, and what is it that you don't enjoy?
You know, when they say do something that you love and you never work a day in your life,
Sure.
that's what I love about business. I'm doing something that I love, and doesn't feel like work. What I hate about business is the administration that comes with it. Administration is just a lot. Administration is just a lot. It's one of the biggest things that, when I get up in the morning, and I love what I do, but the administration that has to come with it, it's quite a lot. But yeah, it's part of the process, man. There's things that you can get over, but there's things you need to get through. So I need to just get through this, and I can't get over it, but if I could, look, I would. But yeah, those are the two things that I love and hate about business.
Right. So you've been in business now for a while. From the time when you started off in Forex and you made some money and lost some money. What are the things that you are seeing today that you beginning to see that if I was not doing business, this benefit wouldn't be here? So what are the type of benefits that you're seeing now that, maybe in a while ago you were thinking, if I have a business, this is this, but you're already seeing those fruits coming in now, besides money?
Okay, so basically it's mindset changing. Business will change your mindset. It will change how you think. It will change how you approach things. It also teaches you not just business. It will teach you life. Right. How you do things changes, and you learn people. You learn systems. You learn mindsets. You learn a lot of things in business. And as much as it comes with challenges, but those challenges, they also make you a better person. You tend to grow and you become stronger. You'll start a business as a certain kind of a person or type of a person, but when you start, moving and start doing the business, as the challenges come in, you change. You become something else. But you become something that you should become, or you become the person that you should become in order for you to succeed. But that's one of the things that I love that change. In fact, what business does to me is change me, basically. Changing my mindset and making me a better person, much more resilient as well, because you'll get many no's, and you feel like giving up, but yeah, you learned to have that resilient spirit and keep going.
Okay. If you are to tell us a typical day from roundabout, 6 in the morning, or maybe you are in the 5 a.m. club people, what does a typical day looks like for you in the office? How is it filled now that you're doing business? So what does it look like?
Okay, so basically this is how my day looks like. I wake up normally around 4, 4:30, and what I do is, pray. First thing first, I have to pray. Big guy up there, And from there on, I'll just freshen up. And before I look at my emails, before I look at, in fact, my phone as well. I take a book, read a book, maybe a chapter or so, or maybe a few pages. And from there on, I'm now, refreshed, I think differently. And I would listen to at least the motivation, just for fuel. I'd listen to a couple of successful people who are in business who are doing motivation, and I'd listen to them. I also listen to you as well.
Cool.
And yeah, that's one of the things that keep me going. And from there on, I look at my emails, I manage my email list, start business, do prospecting, closing, getting no's, getting yeses, but we mostly get yes. But yeah, that's typically my day. And my day would end about around 7, 8. That's when I'll be say, okay, now I'm done with business, but you're never truly done. But yeah, that's when I cut off in terms of many business operations, and I deal with home stuff around 8.
Okay. In terms of your business journey, is there a moment where a moment that you probably may want to share with us, that you were at the happiest, or you think that was the peak of your business in the last couple of years that you've been in business? Or maybe what was your most defining moment in business when you say to yourself, business is for me? And what was that moment?
Yeah, you're taking me back. I remember that moment very well, like it was yesterday. So there's a business that I started with my friends, right? And what we did is, I'm the marketing guy, I'm the sales guy, I'm the guy who wants to talk to clients, I'm the sales guy, I'm the guy who wants to close deals, make sales, And in the beginning, when we launched the business, it was quiet, like literally quiet. We were doing marketing, but it was just silent until a phone rang. And when that phone rang, I picked up the phone, and this person was like, is this so and so? I'm like, yes, it is. And it was a very tough client. But I remember that was the first day I made my first 10 grand from the client. And from literally moving from zero to, at that point, we had nothing. It was just
zero to 10,000.
10 grand from just one client. He paid us 10 grand, and we were so happy. I closed the deal, and I hanged up the phone, and I called my partners, and I told them the good news. Guys, we got a client, he paid us 10 grand. They couldn't believe it, but that was one of the confirming moments that, what, business is something else. Business, I think, there's people who work for 10 grand for 30 days, there's people who don't even earn 10 grand, but we were able to make 10 grand in a few minutes on a call with a client. And that was a defining moment that I'm not, going to pursue anything else. I'm going to pursue this business thing. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so it sounds like in your business, you are a person who is driven by results. You want to see action. You want to see the money coming in. So that's the kind of nature that I'm getting a feel that you are here. But what is the one thing that you can potentially say to me, TJ, I didn't know X or A, B, C, D before I was in business. But if you're in business, this is the one thing that you should know. What is that one thing?
For me, it was money management. I lacked a lot in money management, in how I manage my finances. When you see money, it's nice when money is coming in, but the most important thing is, as much as money is coming in, keep calm and plan your things. I think that's another thing. So it's money management and planning. When we started partners, we didn't have a plan. We didn't have a plan. We just wanted to make money. But what we lacked was, what are we going to do with the money it comes? Where do we take the money? How are we going to spend this money? How do we keep this money? How much are we saving? How much are we investing? And where are we investing? So that's one of the biggest things, money management and planning. It's quite important.
Okay, cool. Let's jump into a little bit of casual stuff. You speak about books quite a lot. You mentioned 3 books that I'm also kind of like fond of. Is there a book that you can say it changed your business? And which book is that?
Okay, the book that changed my business, I think it changed because I related much more with the book in terms of my skill and what I'm passionate about in the business side of things, and that's marketing. That book is by Dan Lok. I think the book was called Influence. A book called Influence by Dan Lok, and I read that book, and it changed exactly how I do how I approach my business, how I approach my sales, how I approach my marketing. And I also read 10 Times by Grant Cardone, which is one of the best books also that changed how I sell, that changed how I think about the marketing thing. And those are the 2 books that changed everything for me.
Okay, cool, man. I know you're still young. You haven't even hit 30 yet.
I'm there. I'm actually there.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're still young, but if you had to look at when you were much younger, maybe in your early 20s, because there's a lot of people that listen to our channel that are in their 20s, and they're going to do stupid things. They buy expensive cars with the little money that they have. And by the way, I'm not saying buying expensive cars is stupid. I'm just saying, to me, it is. That's bottom line. In your 20s, I think you need to be doing more in terms of building up your stuff. But if you had to look in your 20s, how would you give maybe an advice of you with what you know now? You 10 years later, come back into the 20s. How would you say, hey, Vuyisile, this is what you need to do. If you do this, by the time you hit 30, you'll be in a better space.
Okay, so basically what I have realized is that most of the time you've got ideas. In the morning you've got ideas, at night you've forgotten about your ideas. So the most important thing that I would say, if say to my younger self, or in someone in my 20s, I would say the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you keep write those ideas down, right? Whatever idea that you have, write it down. And another thing is believe in yourself and believe in it, right? And you also, when you're having doubts about starting something, thinking what if it doesn't work, or what if no one buys into it? What if I fail? One of the things that I've also suffered from was the fear of failing, postponing things and saying, look, I'll do it some other time. I'll do it when the time is right. Time will never be right. If you think of something, if you think of an idea, write it down and just start, right? You don't need to be perfect when you start, but you need to start to be perfect, right? So
come on.
So sometimes we also doubt ourselves. We doubt our abilities, right? Believe in yourself, and know that you can do it. Start anyway. Start where you are with what you have, and it will just take care of itself as you go. And keep consistent. Keep consistent in doing that, and all will fall in place. You will see. Might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it will fall in place eventually. So that would be the advice I would give to my younger self.
That's cool. I really like that. My last question to you is, what does step up your game mean to you?
Step up your game. Hey man. Step up your game simply means, look, do everything to the best of your abilities. everything to the best of your ability, no matter how small it is. Even if it's sweeping, if you're sweeping, just a mere thing, sweeping, if that's your job, do it to the best of your ability. You know, whatever that you are doing, do it to the best of our ability. That's what step up your game really means to me. And look, it's something that I pursue every day, to step up my game each and every single day. Step up your game. Whatever small thing that you do, whatever small task that you do, there's no small things matter. Small things are big things. So step up your game simply means do your best in every single little thing that you do.
Good, man. I appreciate your time being here. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Vuyisile, and you heard what he represents and what he does. It's all about bringing in people for them to get the right knowledge, the right mentors in the right places. And in the description, you will be able to see where his platform is, and you can connect with him directly. If you want to learn, you can learn. But hey, if you're a mentor like Uncle TJ, then maybe you need to be there in the platform as well. We'll see you on the next video.